So looking forward to introducing that to our friends and colleagues from across the conference as they descend upon Springfield. On behalf of the Great Lakes Valley Conference and its 17 institutions across the 5-state region, I would like to thank you for coming out today to help us tip off the annual GLVC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. We are thrilled to have our postseason event at such a wonderful facility at the Prairie Convention Center, right at the heart of the conference's footprint. I should mention, as the mayor talked about, our family is from Springfield. I'm one of 10 kids, and as my mom said, if I'd been the firstborn, you can bet there would have been 9 others. But it is great to be having here. My brother Len from Primo Designs, who's helping us out, is with us this afternoon, and if we get my entire family out, pretty optimistic about the attendance for our event. Speaking of our event, 6 weeks from today, the 2012 SCHEELS GLVC Basketball Tournament will commence with approximately 320 student athletes and coaches participating over the 4 days. In line with the Division II philosophy, the GLVC strives to engage our local communities, providing them with an opportunity to see some of the nation's top basketball teams in a fun and welcoming game environment. And with both our men's and women's basketball teams competing on the same stage, the first 4 days of March makes for a wonderful opportunity to bring the entire family out to watch these student athletes vie for the coveted conference championship and a berth to the 2012 NCAA Division II tournament. As mentioned, the GLVC focuses on engaging its communities, and oftentimes that means tying our branded product to a company that shares a similar vision and set of values. Today, we are proud to announce that the GLVC has partnered with SCHEELS to become the title sponsor of the 2012 SCHEELS GLVC Basketball Tournament. I would also like to take this opportunity and acknowledge some of our other presenting sponsors and business partners. The Capital Area Sports Commission is its presenting sponsor with Mark Fresh and Tim Bramlett with us today. Quick and Easy is a presenting sponsor, and our thanks to Grady Conister. The teams will be staying at the President Abraham Lincoln Hotel as a presenting sponsor. Our thanks to Kelly Ann Pennick. U.S. Foods is a business partner, Chad Cotremel. Primo Designs is a business partner, Len Demovich. Charlie Parker's Diner, business partner, Mike Murphy. Pepsi, business partner, Mark Wallace. The Brickhouse Grill and Pub, business partner, Jody Toigo. Subway, business partner, Rob Wonko. The Springfield Convention and Visitors Bureau, our thanks to Gina Gemmerling and her efforts on our behalf. The Prairie Capital Convention Center with Brian Oates and Jody Davis, and the University of Illinois Springfield with Dr. Susan Cook, Kim Payton, Scott Reed for the help that we are getting from our local schools. It's indeed appreciated. Additionally, I want to just quickly recap the scheduled events. The tournament will tip off on Thursday, March 1st, and that will feature the women's quarterfinal games. The first sessions will be at noon and 2:30. We'll clear the facility, and then the second session that evening will be at 6 and 8:30. Friday, March 2nd will be the men's quarterfinal games. Again, games at noon and 2:30 and then 6 and 8:30. Saturday, March 3rd, the women's semifinals will be played at noon and 2:30. The men's semifinals at 6 and 8:30. And then our championship games will tip off at 1 o'clock on Sunday, March 1st, with the women's game at, Sunday, March 4th, with the women's game at 1 p.m. and the men's game at 3:30 p.m. And we do a alternating year, so in even numbered years, the